This is the Morning Shower.
Brought to you by Late Night Hump.
Let the news wash over you.
With Jordan Freed,
Brendan O'Brien,
and Reena Ezra. These are your ShowerHead Lines.
Taxi fleets in Thailand are giving new meaning to the term rooftop garden as they utilize the roofs of cabs idled by the coronavirus crisis to serve as small vegetable plots. Workers from 2 taxi cooperatives assembled the miniature gardens this week using black plastic garbage bags stretched across bamboo frames. On top, they added soil in which a variety of crops, including tomatoes, cucumbers, and string beans, were planted. And if there's one thing I know about cab drivers, they love waiting on things.
Sony Pictures Television announced Mayim Bialik and Ken Jennings will split Jeopardy hosting duties for the remainder of 2021. Host Mike Richards left the show after past misogynistic and disparaging comments surfaced. What is a terrible handling of the situation that would make Alex Trebek roll in his grave? That is correct.
Sotheby's announced Friday, appropriately on Constitution Day, that in November it will put up for auction one of just 11 surviving copies of the Constitution from the official first printing produced for the delegates to the Constitutional Convention and for the Continental Congress. It's the only copy that remains in private hands and has an estimate of $15 million to $20 million. There you have it, folks. You can buy our democracy with $20 million.
Firefighters wrapped the base of the world's largest tree in a fire-resistant blanket as they tried to save a famous grove of gigantic old-growth sequoias from wildfires burning in California's rugged Sierra Nevada. The aluminum wrapping can withstand intensive heat for short periods of time. I have to call my mom after this. When I was a kid, I used to question how safe my sandwich was being wrapped up in aluminum foil. Turns out she must have known that aluminum was the only way to wrap up anything.
A hostess at a popular New York City restaurant was assaulted by 3 women from Texas after she asked for proof they had been vaccinated against COVID-19. The 3 women punched the hostess at Carmine's on the Upper West Side repeatedly and broke her necklace Thursday afternoon. These women from Texas made it very, very clear they won't die of the vaccine, but they most certainly will die from not being able to eat at a New York City restaurant.
The father of a 7-year-old Michigan girl whose hair was cut by a teacher without her parents' permission has filed a $1 million lawsuit against the school district. It alleges that the biracial girl's constitutional rights were violated, racial discrimination, ethnic intimidation, intentional infliction of emotional distress, and assault and battery. There are some situations when scissoring is gladly welcomed. This, unfortunately, is not one of those situations.
Federal charges have been filed against 2 people accused of robbing a St. Louis Blues hockey prospect on the grounds of the Gateway Arch. If only they robbed a Cardinals baseball player, then they would have gotten some real money.
A 46-year-old man admitted he tried to pick up a shipment of about 950 pounds of khat, a flowering shrub that is sometimes abused for its stimulant-like effects, at Newark Liberty International Airport. Aziz Adabari of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, showed up at the airport to pick up the shipment and was arrested because his name was listed as a co-signee. This news story is brought to you by FedEx. Don't let yourself get caught in shitty shipping situations. Let FedEx do it for you.
A Jersey City man admitted Thursday to stealing dozens of cell phones that were sent through a U.S. Postal Service distribution center where he worked, authorities said. I'm wondering whether or not I have to return the one he gave me. The will of Prince Philip, the late husband of Britain's Queen Elizabeth, will be sealed and remain private for at least 90 years to preserve the monarch's dignity, a judge at London's High Court has ruled. A very cutting blow to the remaining members of the royal family looking to score. Jack Dwyer pursued a dream of getting back to the land by moving in 1972 to an idyllic tree-studded parcel in Oregon with a creek running through it. We were going to grow our own food. We were going to live righteously. We were going to grow organic, Dwyer said. Over the decades that followed, he and his family did just that. But now, Deer Creek has run dry after several illegal marijuana grows cropped up in the neighborhood last spring, stealing water from both the stream and nearby aquifers and throwing Dwyer's future in doubt. From dusty towns to forests in the U.S. West, illegal marijuana growers are taking water in uncontrolled amounts when there often isn't enough to go around for even licensed users. Conflicts about water have long existed, but illegal marijuana farms, which proliferate despite legalization in many Western states, are adding strain during a severe drought. This should be worrying for all stoners who are currently experiencing a little bit of cotton mouth.
Thank you for showering with us.
Lather, rinse, repeat every day before noon.
Scrub-a-dub-dub at latenighthump.com.